Welcome to Aiken this week. I'm Emery Langston. We're kicking off the holiday season today, and I'm so pleased to be joined by Jenny Burghardt, who is the tourism supervisor for the city of Aiken, and with Avery Spears-Mahoney, who is the executive director of the Aiken Downtown Development Association. Thank you both for being here today. We're so excited to kick the holiday season off in the Train Museum, and this is just such a wonderful spot to be today.
Absolutely.
So I tell you what, we'll just get started. And Jenny, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role with the city of Aiken?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. A little bit about what I do is I'm the tourism supervisor with the city. So that falls under the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Division. So I oversee this wonderful facility at the Visitor Center and Train Depot, making sure that we have all the resources available for our visitors when they come in, as well as overseeing the Train Museum upstairs, which has the dioramas that represent Aiken towards its beginning and showing the line that went through town. So that's one really fun aspect of my job. I also oversee the farmers market, and along with the visitor center, we run the historic Aiken trolley tours, and so am involved in that. But the broad scope of my job is just to work with visitors and to promote tourism to Aiken. So doing the advertising outside of Aiken, working with the media, running our Visit Aiken website, Visit Aiken SC, social media, all of those components that get Aiken out into the spotlight and help show people what a wonderful gem Aiken is. And then I also work with the hotels and our other tourism partners.
What a fun job.
Absolutely.
I'm very envious, but a very broad focus too, right, to highlight our wonderful city.
Right. So
Avery, let's talk about downtown development, and can you tell us about the role of downtown development?
Absolutely. I have the pleasure of working with Jenny a lot on things because our paths cross a good bit. So we focus primarily on promoting our downtown businesses, both locally and to visitors. So we do a lot of marketing with our accommodations tax to bring visitors in, and that's kind of where Jenny and I work together. We also, on a local level, do events to just create awareness for our downtown, and we did the farmers market in the alley this summer, the second year. So we partner with Jenny on that. And we just have so much to showcase. We have unique shops, great accommodations, and fine dining, restaurants. So just showcasing that and letting people know, to come to Aiken and experience what we have downtown.
We have such a unique downtown, and what a fun job. Again, I'm very envious of the two of you and the role that you get to play in highlighting our city. And what a hugely successful program that y'all have done with the farmers market in the summertime. Right. So we're so excited about how y'all are working together to promote Aiken during the holiday season, because Aiken is so unique just in itself, but during the holidays it's such a special time. So can y'all talk about how you're partnering together and what you're doing together to promote Aiken?
Absolutely. We got together and we're talking about the holidays and realized it was so much more of a package when we work together to put the events that go on not only downtown but throughout the city. So we have done a marketing campaign both locally and regionally. So we have the Aiken is Magical, and Unwrap the Magic is the website, and we have a calendar of events that's just a comprehensive calendar of events showcasing all of the things you can do throughout the holiday season. So that's just one piece of it, but Jenny can talk a little bit more about some of the other features and details of that marketing campaign.
Right. We, like Avery said, it's just so fun to get to work together. And really with this campaign, we wanted to work with everything that already is going on. And make there be one place where people can find that information and get to it, because we know we're only as strong as our partners, and we have great partners who put on fabulous events and do great things already. So we're just trying to supplement that and add to it and make it easier for people to find. A couple of things we've done to kind of supplement that is we're going to have carolers out during the holiday season, just around downtown on the weekends. We're also working with a carriage driver who's going to be doing carriage rides on the weekends. And then the way we've really promoted this is, like Avery said, we have kind of a broad marketing campaign utilizing print, billboards, online ads, social media ads, TV that goes kind of from Charleston to Charlotte to Savannah to Greenville, as well as here locally and into Augusta. So we're really trying to promote it, across the region. One really fun thing we're doing is a Christmas giveaway. We're doing a holiday giveaway, and so somebody can actually win a trip to Aiken. And like I said, we have wonderful partners. And so part of that in that trip is they'll win a free night stay at the Carriage House Inn, brunch at the Wilcox, lunch at Betsy's on the corner, dinner at Rose Hill Estates, free tickets to the Historic Aiken Trolley Tour, and a few other things that will just be added, some Aiken, Aiken memorabilia as well. So that's a really fun thing that we're so excited about, because what a way for somebody to get to showcase and really experience Aiken.
Indeed.
So that contest is going on now and will be running through December 12th. And if you go to aikenismagical.com, you can register there.
Okay. Aikenismagical.com. That's the website that y'all have put together that has the comprehensive list with all the wonderful programs that are going to be taking place during our holiday season. Right. So now both of you have websites, Aiken Downtown Development and then the tourism website for the City of Aiken. So are there links on both of your pages just to click on over to that website?
There are, and on that website you'll also be able to find packages that some of the accommodations are offering throughout the holidays.
So if you don't win, you can still, get a package where, a ride in Hitchcock Woods is included, or dinner at one of our great restaurants is included. So you can buy a package, and that way, you finish your planning before you get here, and you just get to experience Aiken once you get here.
Well, and what a fabulous thing to do, just to experience Aiken. I mean, we know how unique and charming it is, but y'all are doing some really great things to promote it and get the word out so everybody can understand how wonderful we are, especially during the holiday times. Well, Jenny, as we sit here in the depot, can you tell us how you're going to celebrate the holiday season here?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we just this past weekend had our Polar Express event, and so that was 2 nights. Got to have over 120 kids out on our brand new deck who got to watch the Polar Express and get a bell to take home and really experience the magic that comes with that. So that was so fun. Throughout the season, the depot is decorated for Christmas, and we continue our trolley rides, and our wonderful volunteers are here letting people know what's going on throughout the holiday season. One other event we have coming up is Santa at the depot, which is December 19th. And for that, we'll have Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus here. And so we invite the public to come, look around, experience the depot, and tell Santa what they want. And that's a great event. We'll have live music. We have live music every Saturday here. So we'll have some live Christmas music that day. We'll have crafts for the kids, and it's just a really fun atmosphere. One other thing we're doing this year is incorporating the Elf on the Shelf. So upstairs in the train museum, we have the dioramas that depict the different towns along the railway. And so we'll be hiding Mr. Jingles, our elf, every week. He'll be in a new location. And so when somebody comes to the train museum, if they find him where he's hiding, they can come down and get a prize. And they can come every week because he'll be in a new location every week. So that's a fun thing to get to see all of the different aspects of the dioramas.
Absolutely.
And then find him as well.
Yes. So you're starting off the magical campaign with the Polar Express and getting that kicked off, and just a lot of fun things going on. Well, Avery, we've talked so much about the special feel that Aiken has, especially during the holiday season. So tell us what we can expect downtown.
Well, downtown is decorated as we speak, so it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas in downtown. A lot of the stores have, already gotten into the spirit and have their windows decorated. So we do have a window decorating contest downtown. So on Night of 1,000 Lights, December 10th, we'll announce our winner, or winners, because we do first, second, and third. So, so people are already getting into the spirit of that. We'll have the tree lighting coming up soon, which I'm sure we'll talk more about. But just, an overall Christmas and holiday feel is already in place. So we're excited.
So kicking off the holiday season, I know right after Thanksgiving, that is going to be the focus on lots of folks' minds. So we have the Shop Small.
We do. Saturday after Thanksgiving, we have Shop Small, which is, an opportunity just after Black Friday to come downtown and shop with the local folks and the small businesses. And, you can make a day of it and have lunch or dinner and just enjoy what we have to offer downtown.
Sure. And Night of 1,000 Lights, you mentioned that. That is going to be December 10th.
It is December 10th, and that is when we line downtown with luminaries. And we'll have Santa at the event, maybe a couple of elves running around downtown. So it's an exciting night. We have carolers and hot chocolate and cookies, and all of the stores stay open until 8. And they typically have, refreshments. And we have hundreds of people downtown. So it's just a good way to kind of kick off the holiday season.
Sure. And you both have mentioned the carolers that are going to be kind of downtown during the season. Where are our carolers? Can you talk a little bit about that and where they're coming from, and who kind of got that together?
Well, that was just kind of one piece of what we wanted to do during the holidays, was just keep that feeling, alive throughout the season. So it's mainly local folks. There's a lot of folks that do choral groups or, or just that are individuals that play music that also, sing Christmas music. So we'll have those Friday night and Saturday during the day into the evening. So those folks will be performing. Typically, probably over at the City Building on Lawrence would be the main location. But if we have multiple folks, or there may be some carolers that want to move throughout downtown with their groups.
And a lot of church groups will be involved, along with the choral groups, the Aiken Singers, who we've gotten to use a lot of their artwork from their Christmas book in our ad campaign, which has been really fun. But if anybody is still interested, wants to carol, they can reach out to Avery and I, and we can find a slot for them still. So, absolutely.
So what else can we expect? We've talked about so much, but I know that the campaign and the season is reaching, far. Yeah. So specifically about the farmers market, anything going on at the farmers market?
Yeah, we are doing 2 special weeks where we're doing Christmas crafts at the market. And so that's December 12th and December 19th during the regular hours, which is 8 to 12. And so we're going to just really have a great craft show, as well as the produce and the meats and cheeses and everything that's already there. We're going to have a lot of extra vendors who will be selling things that you can buy for wonderful gifts, gifts you won't find anywhere else, one-of-a-kind things.
Yes.
So we have, a lot of woodworkers. We have soaps and candles and blankets. We really have a great group of vendors who are going to be there. And that will also be, a festive environment with live music and people having, hot drinks. We always have hot coffee there in the mornings and that sort of thing.
That is so much fun. And like you said, what a wonderful way to pick up something that is just very unique and unusual as a gift for during your shopping times getting
Absolutely.
ready for Christmas. So what else can we expect during the holiday season?
I think one thing that we're excited about is the downtown tree lighting. It's a little bit different this year. It's going to be on Newberry Street, and it's typically been on Lawrence in the past. So we'll have 2 trees downtown this year. And at the event, one thing I'm excited about is we're going to have the opportunity to roast s'mores. So I think the kids and adults will enjoy that as well. So,
Right.
So it's a new venue. That's exciting. Is there any particular reason that we moved the tree lighting?
well, the event has grown so much. So Newberry Street's just a more appropriate atmosphere and venue for the crowd that comes out. So,
And that will be December the
4th.
4th. And when does that start?
That's at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. And so I'm sure that there'll be some special appearances that evening to kick off the holiday season.
Absolutely.
So that'll be great. And s'mores, what a fun, festive addition to that event downtown.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, well, let's talk just for a minute. I want to know from your perspectives, from each of you, what's your favorite thing about the holidays downtown?
I really enjoy just the festive atmosphere and how the community really comes together during the holidays with all of these events that we've laid out. And it kind of starts with one table at Thanksgiving, you know, and everyone comes together. And that spirit of the community, I think we feel throughout the holiday season at different events and different things. So.
Right. And I'll just echo that. I think, you know, going back to it starting with Thanksgiving and one table, which is so neat. One other thing I always love telling people that Aiken does is the blessing of the hounds. You know, what a different, unique tradition, you know, that only Aiken does. And so to really kick it off with blessing of the hounds in one table and then flow right into the Christmas season. And I just love that, you know, the shops and the restaurants really grab hold of this time of year and the hotels as well and make it their own. And I love Night of a Thousand Lights where it's nothing, you know, nothing crazy, but it's just that atmosphere with every shop owner, you know, taking the chance to show off what they have and to welcome you and to have everybody out just milling around. And I think that, you know, the downtown tree lighting is very similar, but those are some of my favorite Aiken holiday events.
Well, there's just such a charm that's Aiken, and to have these, like you said, the blessing of the hounds.
Yeah.
One table so unique to Aiken.
It is.
And Aiken, I guess, is becoming more of a destination for folks, maybe in an understated kind of way, for the shopping and the relaxing environment over the holiday season. Are y'all seeing more of that? Folks coming in as a destination?
Certainly, certainly, and it's really exciting. We have 2 different travel writers who are coming in town the weekend of Thanksgiving, from Foders and from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, just because they've heard about Aiken. And had a call from somebody today from St. Louis who is working in Charleston for the time, and so she said, I'm finally close enough where I can get to Aiken because I've heard about it. And so those are stories that, you know, we love to hear, and we're continuing to get the word out and let people know. I know through, you know, my website and social media with Visit Aiken SC, we are really trying to tell people stories. And we're using TripAdvisor and things like that to hear from people who have come to Aiken, to find out what made Aiken so special for them. And that way, you know, we can share their stories, and those stories really have merit because it's people who have chosen to come and visit, and we can really learn a lot from what our visitors have to say.
Well, and what are they saying? I'm curious as to, because Aiken is such a, and you go different places and you tell somebody that you're from Aiken and they're like, oh, I've heard such wonderful things, and we're like this very hidden little jewel that everybody wants to find. So I am curious. I mean, we know how much we love Aiken,
Right.
but what are you hearing from the visitors who have been?
Yeah, I mean, the top things are always downtown. They love getting to, experience the charm. They just say it's so quaint. You hear
Yes.
that over and over again. People love, the historic Aiken trolley tour. They really do. And we're so lucky with the tour guides that we have because they love Aiken. And when that's the case, it just spreads, and passion, spreads from one person to the other. And so even, when we have most people who are on that tour are visitors. A lot of times it's people who live here who have their parents in town or have, out of town guests. And the locals are just as enthralled, because they're learning
That's
so
right.
much
Yes.
as well. One other thing that always gets rave reviews is Hopeland Gardens and the Thoroughbred Hall of Fame, which is right there on the property.
And I think Hitchcock Woods,
Absolutely.
I think having that right in downtown is
In the middle
like
of
no other.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right, for sure.
So we have so many unique features and so many blessings in our quaint little town that we're so excited to share that with lots of people and hope that they will come and keep on spreading the word
Absolutely.
of how unique we really are and a relaxing place to come and stay.
Absolutely.
Avery, one thing that I did want to talk to you about is I know that we've got lots of wonderful things going on downtown, specifically in the alley. So can you touch on the alley construction and talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Just like this morning when we were, discussing the feel of walking down there now with there's no construction going on. So that project has wrapped up for phase 1 and luckily they got a lot more done than they had planned. So phase 2 will go much more quickly. So that's exciting. And
Very exciting.
with any large construction project, of course, there was impact to the businesses, but I think in the end it will serve everyone well. And it will be an area where we can have, more festivals and events. So in the farmers market in the alley, we'll have a different feel this year.
Absolutely.
So, it's just real exciting. And in phase 2, they'll be working, from B Lane to Newberry Street and get that done. And we'll have a new festival area.
Yes, yes. Talking this morning when I walked over to the administration building, and this is the first day that the construction was out, and I was it was very quiet, and it has such a really awesome feel already.
Right.
And I know that One Table is very glad because they were hoping to have their Thanksgiving just like always in the alley. And so our folks have worked real hard, I know, to make sure that happened, but how exciting that they got even further along
Absolutely.
than they had anticipated. So, well, this is, I can't stress enough how excited we are to kick off the holiday season. So anything else that y'all want to bring up or make a point about as we're kind of wrapping up today about what we can expect and maybe looking in the future? Some ideas down the road that you may have about what we may be seeing or adding in the future.
Right. One thing I did just want to touch on is how fun it was. Avery kind of mentioned this a little bit, but having all of the city staff out this past week decorating downtown. And so I think that feel is just really important to get to see people working together to really make that happen. And getting to work with Avery and getting to work with so many different people, I think that's one thing you're going to keep seeing, is finding ways where we can work together so that, you know, our resources can be stretched further. They're not unlimited.
Right.
So the more we work together, the more we're able to do. I think
Absolutely.
we're going to be able to do more events. You know, Avery and I are always brainstorming. We're always talking about what to do next and where to go and
Right.
how to make Aiken better. And I do think this is a very exciting time for our city. I think so many people are excited and ready for new things.
And I would just echo that, is exactly what I was going to say, is our partnership is not just for the holidays, it's throughout the year.
Right.
And new events and anybody that has ideas that they want to share with us, we're always open to that. And one thing I would encourage is just that not only during the holidays, but throughout the year, that folks shop locally and support our small businesses downtown, and that will, you know, generate the economic vitality that our downtown needs to continue to grow.
Well, and I think both of you have touched on something that Aiken does really well, and that is the collaboration and the partnership and pulling together resources from various places so that we can make the most of the uniqueness that we do have. And Avery, I know working with the downtown businesses is so key to the economic vitality that you mentioned. And Jenny, with the partnerships that you have formed, do y'all want to touch on maybe some of the partners that you have pulled in with y'all for? I know you've mentioned the Carriage House and Betsy's, you know, with the wonderful holiday package that you have going. But it takes a lot of people to do everything that's going on. And as y'all mentioned, the churches and the choral society with the carolers downtown. So everybody, I think, feels that the wanting to be a part of this community and getting involved with what you're doing. So can you speak to that just a little bit more and maybe talk about some of the other partners that we have not touched on today?
Absolutely. I think when we started this, you know, we kind of started with going around to, you know, the Carriage House and Wilcox and Rose Hill and talking to those folks and saying, you know, what are you offering for the holidays?
Right.
How do we, you know, reach out to folks that want to come here for the holidays and really come together in a collaborative effort? Right.
And I know, you know, even churches like Millbrook, their holiday show this year is an Aiken Christmas, you know, and so that was not our idea. That was something they were already doing.
Right.
And of course, the Nutcracker and the Playhouse has holiday shows going on. So they are all very instrumental in making Aiken so special. Of course, you know, Christmas and Hopelands and all of the great events at Odell Weeks and those things are huge. I think some other partnerships that are going on, Avery and I were both a part of this group that meets in the collaboration room above Material Things on Park Street. We met this past Tuesday, and that's a group of people, a lot of artists and people like that who really want to come together to promote Aiken together as well. And so that's an exciting new thing that's going on.
And I think the hashtag was Aiken for Aiken.
Yep.
So just real neat and creative ideas coming out of that group as well. And it's just kind of an organic, you know, organically formed a little group of folks that are passionate and coming together. So.
And I think that those are some key words, the passion, talking about, you know, when you love something so much and that passion just kind of exudes out and you get excited and then it gets infectious, especially when you're talking to other people who share that passion and vision and ideas can get bounced around. So such an exciting time in Aiken. Thank you both so much for being here today and sharing what is going to go on during the holidays. Absolutely. We're very excited and we hope that everybody will participate in some of the exciting activities that we do have going on around downtown and in downtown during the holiday season. So we thank you so much for joining us and we'll see you next time for Aiken This Week.